Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokémath. My name is Stefan Eriksson and today I'm really excited. Really excited. So for those of you who watched a few of my episodes back in the day or whenever you did, I like to talk about finance. I like to talk about math, statistics, and all those kind of, numbers things that not many people tend to like to talk about, but I do. And today I'm especially excited because what I'm showing you here today is the digital card manager from Dragon Shield. Now, why am I excited as a finance person for this? Well, this is because I think this is the first step towards actually treating your card collection as an investment. Now, I can already hear a lot of people saying, yeah, but this is for scalpers, this just makes it worse. No, but sometimes it's also very good if you have a collection, just like me. I like to collect my full art supporters, or some collects Pikachu Charizards, to know what is this actually worth. Now, you could, of course, already go and search out every single card, but now what Dragon Shield done for you here have generated a new app from which we're going to be looking a little through today to see, what can you actually do with it. And please note, this is still in development. You can go and use it right now. You can even download it to your phone, whether it's iPhone or Android, you name it. But you can already use it, but it's still being developed, so a lot of things are still, it can be improved. But I think it's already really great. So you know what? Let's take a look. So I just went to Dragon Shield's website and let's just explore a bit. So you see here they have it also for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. So even if you're collecting those games, the same thing applies to what I'm going to show you for Pokemon. That they called it Poké TCG. Maybe change the name, but you know what. So as you see again to iOS, Android, but we're going to use the web portal today. So let's just do that nice and easy, I hope. So after this white screen here and I'm logged in and everything, let's take a look at what all this is. So you already get the idea by looking just here. You have a general search bar. We can also look up a random card. What we want to look at here is the winners and losers, for instance. You can already see price increases for certain cards given by whatever database they're getting it from. I'll get back to that in just a moment. But you can see who the winners is, the percentage increase in price. Here, what I notice here, that is very, okay, I didn't know the Charmander. There must be something wrong. But you know what? People pay what they want to pay for certain cards. That's fine, right? But you can indeed see the old base sets card. That makes sense that they're more valuable. But let's see where they get these prices from. Now, what we can do, I can look at a menu out here. You already have quite a few things you can do. So one thing you can do, which I'm going to show you now, is treat it as a portfolio. So simply create a portfolio of different cards and you can track your investment in this case, or just know what your collection is worth. Other cool thing you can do, which we'll see later, or maybe in another video, but I'm not going to cover that today, but what you could do and check it out yourself, you can also make trade lists to check directly if you're trading with somebody at a live event, whenever they're coming back, then you can indeed see, hey, I got this much worth, you got this much worth, this is how far we're off. So you can do it directly. It's really cool. You can even put a wish list and so forth. So let me look at the inventory I got here. So I already cheat a little bit by making myself a folder here in my inventory. I put one card in there, and yes, value is 42 euros because as we know, 42 is the answer to everything, but besides the point. I created one called Full Art Supporters because, I like to collect them. So you know what? Let's just take a look at these things first. But before we get into this here, let's just search up a card. Now, one card we could search for and, just to see how much it's worth, let's look at Professor's Research, right? Professor's Research. Spelling is a thing, I know. Now, it gives me all the cards here. And you can already see, I can see all the releases here of Professor's Research when it loads the picture, as you can see. Now, I'm interested, of course, in the full art version, or the rainbow version, the more expensive ones, but you can also track just regular cards. You see you get average, low, the trending, the type, the rarity, and even the artist. So you can also sort all this if you want to collect certain artists. I know my wife would like that a lot, for instance. What you could do so far, it corresponds to two marketplaces where it gets prices from, Card Market or TCG Player. So basically you can say you have a Euro one or EU one and a non-EU one, or you can flip it around and say you have a US one and a non-US one. For Card Market, you do average, low, trend. Let's just do average price for now, but you can also whatever your preference is. Now, you can also go to TCG Player and get it for market, low, mid again. So these are information you can see it takes from two databases. Since I'm a European-based player, I'm going to be using Card Market here and just Card Market average. Okay, now with that said, you can choose for list, images, super awesome. Now let's go and take a look at a card, for instance. I want to look at the full art here, right? So we click the card, we see what information do we actually get. Now, we get a link here to Pokemon's website, so I can directly go to the database on Pokemon. And what we indeed more can see here illustrated, we get the text. I can even translate into all the other languages. I think this is awesome, so I get the name here. The English card will still be up here, but you can indeed see what the name is in different languages. So now we search back for English. It gives us whether the legality, whether standard, expanded, legal or not. And now over here you see the price part. This is where I get really excited, because now I can literally mark it as a favorite. Then or like I have it, then it sets it at 0 right now. So from this moment on, it will track the price or the return I have on this investment, say. But now we can also see what the daily development of the price has been, the weekly, and the monthly. So you can see, well, daily it's been, well, you can look at this as stocks. And if you do so, you will also notice that this has a much higher volatility. And yes, I use finance terms here, go look it up. But this is way more volatile than, say, more safer stocks, or if you have a stock portfolio. But the same thing should apply in terms of diversification. But the problem here, even if you diversify over a lot of different supporters, you're still within the same area, right? So if the whole card game market takes a hit, yeah, your investment portfolio will take a hit as well, that is for sure. Now we see here the different prices, the average low trends, so each of the lines here, so you get all this cool information. We can of course copy paste to presentable. We can even chop the art out here. So if I believe I do this here, let me see here. If I click here, I just get the art, which is super nice, right? So if I just need the art for whatever reason, I can get myself a Professor's Research art clip out right like this. Now that I think is really nice. We can of course also just download the image as a PNG file. And here of course you have a lot of the other different versions, so you can already see the value here. And of course, you can directly go for the buy price here, whether it will be card market average, low, high, TCG player, you name it. Now, this is basically just a search engine so far, but I already like the layout of this, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, let's go in and check the inventory here, because already in this inventory, I already cheated, like I said, I made a folder already, and I already put in a card. I put in Marnie in there for now. But suppose now we want to add this Professor's Research to our portfolio, but notice now, you can even go here. Let's look at the card. You can say here, what did I buy the card for at what date? Because then it will, track from that date and from that price, so you can compare what is the return from there. You could even set in the condition of the card that you have. Like in my collection here, I don't need the mint, for instance. I'll be okay with near mint. I even have some in excellent. Depends on how hard they are to get, right? Or how much I want to pay for it, right? So in this case here, I just put them all for near mint. You could also, when you look up Marnie here, I can also get a different prints of Marnie here and add it to my collection. Right now, I just put it at this version of Marnie, which was the full art version, right? I believe so. We'll check that in a moment because my memory is not very good. And you're going to see how many I have, how many do I have for trade, what is my wanted list, and so forth. Now, you can see here, I have this one on my wanted list now. So let's add another card, shall we? Suppose now I want to add this Professor's Research. There we go. Then of course we add the card, boom, and now I can add in the different versions of here. Now I need to know, unfortunately here, I would love if we could show off the pictures here. Again, a few things we can suggest and they can develop on, but I believe the full art is 201. I will see in a moment. I put it in here. I buy it at market price today, or I can also set the own price. I got the card. I suppose I got a nice deal and got it for 10 euros instead. But let's just, apply this here. Now you see I got two pictures in here, and yes, I choose the correct one. You see I got two cards in my collection now, Marnie and Professor's Research. I give still all the information here and what I paid for them on what date. So this is here, you can actually build up a portfolio. Now, I did mention very clearly, I hope at least, correct me if I'm wrong, that this point here is still in development. So what I would like to see is indeed the general portfolio. Maybe I missed it in my look through of this here. Maybe I didn't. But what would be nice is to get an overall portfolio view so you can see what is the total value of my portfolio. Because you haven't really solved that problem yet. It would be nice just with a nice bar here below that says total. And just give you the total price that you paid and the total value right now according to whatever market database you put it to. And of course you have the certain sorting abilities and so forth. So this is really cool. And it works exactly the same for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. So anybody out there, go check it out. I think this is really nice, and like I also said, you can get this down on your phone, whether you have iOS or Android, it doesn't matter. So go try it out. You can simply just have it with you. I used the web browser application here today just to show you this here, but well, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm really excited to see if I can start putting in all my full arts for my entire collection now. And yeah, build it from there, because then we can really start tracking our investments. Suppose you look at it like that. Whether you're in for the money, in for the fun, it doesn't matter. It's always nice to know what the things are worth that you're having. For instance, another little application for this year, which one of the reasons I like to do it is, I like to, well, I'm getting to the point where I got too much in my room, too much in my house here. Don't come to my house and steal my stuff, but because I need to get it insured. Well, it is insured, but I need to get it updated. So suppose I have this nice collection of full art supporters, right? And there's a lot of them nowadays. If you want to value this, you need to get an valuation so you can get a proper insurance for it, right? So you have an estimate of the value. Now, this is a good way of doing that. So, well, check it out. And well, with that said, I think that's yeah, that's all I had to show for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if you have any comments, well, leave it in the comment section below. And my name is Stefan Eriksson. Yeah, I hope you know this by now, but yeah. Otherwise, until next time, and have a great day.